Welcome to the video. In this video, I'm going to be going over my full day of eating on a cut. So currently, I am weighing just under 83 kilos on my cut. Right, so when it comes to breakfast, all I'm having is a burger every single morning. This has got like 434 calories, a fuckload of protein and a fuckload of fat. When it comes to cutting, you just want to keep your protein as high as possible. I like to do work in the morning, so like a lot of mental work. Currently I'm doing a lot of reading and a lot of learning. When you're just having protein, it's a lot easier for your brain to work, because if you're eating like carbs and whatnot, your body is going to be digesting the food, and as a result your brain's not going to be working as well. So yeah, I start my day off with this because it just gets a bit of protein synthesis going, which is what we want. Alright, here it is. Here is breakfast. Now, what a lot of you guys, you're all messing up. Some of yous are going to look at this and you're going to think, nah, this shit is weird, I could not eat that. That's because you're used to eating shit like this. All like this. You're used to be eating cereals. But cereals is just marketing propaganda. Who says you need to eat a certain thing for breakfast? Eating red meat, and probably eggs as well for breakfast, you can argue is probably one of the best things for you, because it doesn't mess up your brain and you want your protein and your fats first thing in the morning. You don't need your carbs first thing in the morning unless you're doing like a physical job. But if you're just chilling, you're just sitting around, you don't need it. So by far, one of the hardest things I found with cutting is my mental game. So I was at my girlfriend's house on Sunday and they had like roast dinner, and her sister's partner bought a load of desserts. And fuck me, mate, I was going crazy on the desserts. I overindulged. I was deep into like 600-700 calories over because I was eating loads of desserts. And when you're in such a level of a deficit, the issue you're gonna have is if you're buying shit food, you're gonna eat it. If you're trying to lose weight, just stop buying shit food. You're not gonna gain weight just eating food like this, I can promise you that. But if you're going to the shop and you're like buying sweets and chocolate and crisps, you're gonna eat them because there's only so much that willpower is actually gonna help you. Now, this is another thing that I've been absolutely spamming. Basically, what matcha is concentrated green tea, and green tea has a shitload of benefits for your body. I'm not gonna be able to tell you off by heart because I just don't know, but I need to get my mug. But basically, your body has a load of various systems in it, and pretty much what green tea does is it has a load of things which helps the system in the body. And obviously, if your system works better, your body's gonna work better. So now matcha is literally just a concentrated version of all the benefits that you get from green tea. What I do with my matcha is you just fucking obviously put it in your mug, and then what I would do is put some honey with it, or I'll put some maple syrup with it. This is because it kind of tastes like arse to begin with, and I kind of like having the dopamine from having something that tastes sweet. It's relatively little calories. Like if you put like a teaspoon of honey in it, it's like 30 calories, which is negligible. Matcha itself, per serving, has 3 calories in it. So you're not really going to be overindulging, but it's totally worth it. You get like this really nice caffeine buzz. Like, you know, with coffee, it makes you feel really anxious. Don't get that at all with matcha. It's like it's really calming. It's really subtle, and honestly, it's just perfect. So yeah, totally give it a go. I'd get ceremonial grade if I'm gonna be honest, just because it's better quality. But yeah, if you haven't got on the matcha grind yet, like, I know it's like a white girl thing, right? But it could be a white dude thing as well, or just any dude. I don't really care like what colour you are. But yeah, I'd say totally try it, because I mean, for me, coffee makes me feel all weird and whatnot, but matcha, it makes me feel good. So on to my next meal. Basically, this is my yogurt bowl, which I have every single day. Once again, I'm gonna run through what I have. We have 100 grams of Greek yogurt. Basically, this is really good for your stomach, and pretty much it's something that you want, because if you have a healthy stomach, you're gonna be having a healthy brain, because your brain and your stomach are linked by something called the vagus nerve. So it's really important. Basically, this has like live cultures in it and good bacteria for you. And then I put some honey in it. Honey, which is really good because it's just simple sugars, which is going to help fuel your workout. Then you've got dates, which are also really good. They contain loads of different things that help with your hormones, and they're also really good for energy because they have loads of simple sugars in them. Next, we have these peculiar little things. This is basically raw cacao. similar to like green tea. Basically, it contains loads of things which is really good for your system, which you want to get in. If you like coffee or like Guinness, this stuff's really good. You get this really cool feeling, kind of like where your serotonin's raised when you have it. It's absolutely beautiful. Then I will have some Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts contain this thing called selenium, which is really good for your natural testosterone production. So if you're trying to, feel better, and obviously you're trying to stay natural, like 4 Brazil nuts a day is all you need, which is really good. And then my mum makes this kind of granola, which is all natural, which is good. So shout out to mum, which contains loads of different seeds and oats, all natural, no additives. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, this is something I have every single day, and it tastes fucking beautiful. So I have just finished the gym. I trained shoulders and triceps. It was generally a pretty good session. If you want to see some training content, comment down below and let me know, and then I'll start posting this kind of stuff. But it's on to my next meal. Right, so what I have next, this is really, really boring, but you need to get your protein in when you're cutting. Literally 300 milliliters of water and then 2 scoops of unflavored protein. The reason why I go for unflavored protein is because it literally has 2 ingredients in it. When you get like flavored stuff and whatnot, you end up getting like artificial sugars and extra things that you don't want. And when you're having this kind of stuff every single day, over time, what that's gonna do is completely mess with your hormone levels, as all these additives and whatnot, they're just simply not good for you, especially across like a long-term time horizon. So if you've got, I'll show you here, but if you look right there, there's only 2 ingredients: concentrated milk and sunflower lecithin. It's pretty simple, it tastes like arse, but it gets the job done. Right, so we're on to the last meal of the day, which is gonna be 50 grams of basmati rice. I always go for basmati rice over any other kind of rice because for some reason, all other kinds of rice take way too long to boil. This takes about 10 minutes, so I'm trying to be time efficient here. And then I've got this beef concoction, which I have, and it's absolutely fucking amazing. Get a load of beef mince, put whatever seasoning you want on it, put some peppers and some onions and some jalapenos in it. Veg has got very little calories, so you want to kind of maximize it because this stuff is really good for you. And then as well with that, I have 4 eggs. Simple, because we need cholesterol in our diet, because cholesterol enables us to make natural testosterone levels, and as a guy you want to have really good testosterone levels. As well as this, we're going to put some feta cheese in it just because I like this flavour of cheese. You can put whatever cheese you want, but you need to have saturated fats in your diet because once again it's good for your hormones. And then lastly, I've recently been trying this hot sauce. This is, it's Cholula, but it's Chipotle one. This is pretty good. The reason why this hot sauce is so good is because it doesn't have any added sugar. The reason why we don't want to have added sugar in our diet is because it's going to constantly elevate our insulin. And what insulin does is it shuttles nutrients from our food to our muscles. If it's chronically elevated, we're not really going to be getting much of an effect for it because this is where insulin resistance builds in. Yeah, I'll show you what this looks like when I've made it. But yeah, this is probably the best meal of the day. Here is the final product in all of its glory. It's a pretty big meal. This is it can vary. It varies me around 8 to like 900 calories, sometimes 1,000, depending on how much cheese I put on it. But generally speaking, this is like the best meal because this gives me everything I need to like finish my day off. And this will carry me through into my sleep so I can get a really good recovery. Right, so that is pretty much it for my day of eating. It's literally nothing special. All I do is take the same diet that I use for bulking and then I just reduce the calories. This diet has taken me down from 94 kilos and I'm now sitting at 82.9 kilos. Simply, when it comes to cutting, don't do anything fucking stupid. People all of a sudden think it's smart to go cut out fat or cut out certain food groups. No, just focus on solely keeping your protein high. That is such an important thing. But then just making sure you're slowly lowering down the calories. You don't need to eat any food specific. You can still lose weight and eat shit food. I wouldn't advise it because when you're in a calorie deficit, it's really important for you to be getting nutritious food because since your body doesn't have as much energy as it normally would, the nutritional value of your food matters more as it's going to be aiding your system and it's going to help it recover. If you were just eating shit, it would make the recovery process a lot harder. But yeah, just keep it simple. Just focus on linearly, progressively deloading the amount of calories that you're eating, and then you will eventually lose weight. There's nothing crazy to it. Eat less, move more.
Simple as that. If you want to add a few more calories to your day, do a bit more cardio, do some more exercise, burn some more calories, and then you give yourself the opportunity to eat more food. It's really straightforward. It's not complex at all. Just keep it simple. The main thing is just sticking to it day in, day out, and not exposing yourself to shit food, because as soon as you expose yourself to the possibility of having something that you want to eat, that's when you're going to fail. So stop buying food that you don't need to eat, namely junk food, and then just stick to the basics. Eat the same thing every single day. This is something that I'm going to constantly preach. If you eat the same thing every day, you're guaranteed to get results. By changing things up all the time, you leave the door open for too much complexity, and then as a result of that, you're not going to get the result that you want. Just stick to the same thing repetitively, and then you will get the result. It's as simple as that.